am going to explain horror, drama, and sci-fi show Into the Dark Hall that we destroy. Spoilers ahead, watch out. A woman named Ashley rises from a thick black substance and gets cleaned and dressed. She later wakes up and sees Spencer sitting next to her. When Ashley asks Spencer where she is and who he is, he simply offers her a glass of wine and turns on the music. He asks her if she remembers anything, but Ashley doesn't. Spencer lunges at her suddenly and slams her to the ground. He tries choking her before banging her head repeatedly until she dies. Following Spencer's death, his mother Victoria arrives and gives him a journal to write his thoughts about Ashley's clones. She asks if it didn't feel any different, and he replies that it didn't feel like the real Ashley. A few days later, Victoria analyzes what might have happened to the previous clone in her lab. As she reads Spencer's journal, Spencer slides it into the bottom of the door. Victoria receives a phone call from Parker, Spencer's father. While walking in a park, they use virtual reality communication devices to discuss Spencer. He asks how she's doing, and Victoria says she's doing everything she can, but Spencer isn't cooperating. Parker suggests Spencer needs clinical help, but Victoria is against it because it will take Spencer away. Parker points out the journal doesn't provide enough information, so she needs to see him during the act so she can understand. She assures him that she can protect Spencer. Eventually, a new Ashley clone is created, so Victoria dresses her, does her makeup. Spencer spots a camera on the wall in the bedroom as he waits for her to wake up. When Ashley wakes up, Spencer asks her if she's seen anyone else, and she replies that she doesn't know. He keeps asking her if she remembers him, but Ashley says no. Spencer shouts at Ashley to remember him. He plays her a song, but it doesn't help her remember him. When Ashley stands up to leave, Spencer grabs her and chokes her. After hitting her head against the floor again, Spencer ends the feed by hitting the camera. His mother watches in tears as he kills her. A man ragged the woman out of his car months ago, leaving her in the middle of nowhere. Spencer saw this happen. Spencer received a text message from his mother telling him that his mother would stay at work late tonight as he made his way to her. After approaching the woman, he told her that she was heading in the wrong direction. Since the nearest town was 6 hours away, Ashley agreed to go to Spencer's house, which was much closer. At the moment, Spencer tells his mother that the clones don't feel authentic and it isn't working. Since it's only the fourth attempt, Victoria thinks it's too early to tell, so she asks him for more time. When Victoria calls Parker that evening, she blames him for making her watch what Spencer did. Parker insists Victoria see it if she wants to satisfy his needs while preventing him from killing anyone real, as Spencer is also his responsibility. Parker asks Victoria what she observed and learned. Parker asks what she will do to make the next clone more real, saying Spencer was right that the clone wasn't real enough. As Victoria is about to answer, Taylor calls her, but she ignores it. Victoria decides to spend more time with Ashley's clone, and Parker wonders how she can do that without interfering with her work at Harris Genetics. As Victoria's company prepares to release custom-grown cloned organs, she is confident that her company will dominate the transplant market. However, Parker points out that her employees have noticed her absence. The next day, Victoria goes to Spencer's room and explains that she needs him to stay away from the clones so that she can get accustomed to her surroundings. She promises that the time will make Ashley more real, so Spencer agrees. After leaving his room, he sees Ashley and his mother talking in the guest room. Victoria closes the door to stop Spencer from eavesdropping. In the following drawing, he draws Ashley with ants on her face. In the meantime, he goes for a walk and sees a neighbor unpacking her belongings. He watches her and offers to help. She introduces herself as Marissa and tells him that her parents are in Europe. Spencer draws a portrait of her that evening. Marissa arrives at Spencer's house to give him cookies. When Victoria opens the door, Marissa introduces herself and gives him the cookies as a thank you gift. Upon leaving, Victoria yells at Spencer for befriending Marissa, but he defends that he's about Marissa. She describes her as bubbly. Parker wonders if Spencer is fixated on her, so Victoria reveals that Spencer is drawing her. When Parker asks Victoria about the new Ashley clone, Victoria tells him she discovered Ashley already had a history, so she wants to make the clone more human by using key parts of her life. When Spencer returns her plate, Marissa finds him at her door. She invites him in, and Spencer gives her a portrait that he drew. In awe of Spencer's talents, Marissa asks him to design a tattoo for her. She shows him the back of her neck where she wants the tattoo, which makes Spencer nervous. She then tells him she likes him, which makes Spencer blush. Victoria asks Spencer where he's been back at home. When Victoria learns that he has met with Marissa, she insists that she does not want him to see her again. Spencer argues that she does not want him around, but she defends that it is not like that because she does everything for him. When he first met Ashley, they arrived at Spencer's house, and he told Ashley that his mother was working late, so she promised to get her ready for him tomorrow. He shared that his mother was a geneticist, then blocked Ashley from going into her lab. Ashley asked him to use the bathroom, but only used recreational substances there. She then returned to Spencer and asked for wine. When his mother arrived, he offered to take her to the next town, but Ashley played a song that she enjoyed. She then asked where Spencer's room was and headed there. Victoria explains to the new Ashley that Spencer is shy, so he can open up by talking about his interests, like music and art. Victoria walks into Spencer's room and introduces him to the new Ashley. He offers her wine and Victoria leaves. Spencer drinks wine in his room while Victoria introduces the new Ashley. While Ashley checks Spencer's sketches, Victoria waits by the door nervous about what is to come. Spencer plays Ashley's song while she compliments his art. As Spencer shows Ashley more sketches, she gets frightened when she sees a few disturbing portraits of herself. Seeing her frightened, Spencer puts the sketches away and pulls her into a slow dance. Then, he begins choking her and Victoria listens as her son kills another Ashley. He tells her that he has known her ever since before she was even born. Spencer tells his mother that everything seems fake to him. He feels as if he is suffocated by a boundary between him and the world. Today, he felt as if he could breathe again, just as he had the first time doing something to Ashley. As a result, he thanks his mother and hugs her. Finally, Victoria tells Parker the wonderful news and decides to continue to experiment to see how long the positive effects last. Eventually, she hopes Spencer will be able to return to the real world and live his life, but he will return home when he feels the need to. When Marissa drops by the next day, Spencer recalls the latest Ashley. She is bored with the quiet neighborhood, so she asks how he can handle it, and he admits he enjoys it. According to her therapist, who treated her eating disorder, Marissa overthinks. Spencer admits he had a therapist, so she asks about his disorder. In spite of this, Spencer hides Ashley's hair under his shoe when he sees it left on the ground from when he was dragging the body. As Spencer goes quiet, Marissa drops the question and invites him to an exhibit. Spencer doesn't respond, so Marissa asks him to think about it and leaves. Ashley complimented Spencer on his art during that fateful night. Ashley then got Spencer to dance with her and Spencer admitted that Ashley was the first girl to go to his room. She showed him the tattoo on her arm, which proved she also likes art. Despite letting Spencer feel her body, Ashley backed away when Spencer reached for her chest. Spencer became enraged by this and lunged at her. Although Ashley attempted to run away after stepping on his foot, Spencer grabbed her and pushed her to the ground. Spencer choked her on the floor and banged her head until she stopped responding. She tried to fight back, but Spencer dragged her, breaking her nail. At the moment, a new Ashley clone is being created. Spencer assures Victoria that he understands and thanks his mother, but Victoria greets Ashley when she wakes up and tells her that she has been in an accident. After Victoria promises to take Ashley home once she gets her memory back, Ashley asks to go home but realizes that she doesn't remember where it is. After they leave, Victoria shows Ashley a video of Spencer with his dog, Max. When Ashley asks where Max is now, Victoria takes her to Max's grave, where she starts to discuss death, saying that everyone dies. Victoria found the body of the real Ashley horrified when she arrived on the day Spencer killed him. She slapped Spencer, scolding him as she thought he'd gotten better. As Victoria panicked, she asked Spencer where Ashley came from and if anyone knew that Ashley was in their house. Spencer assured her that no one knew she was here, so they plotted to dispose of her body. Spencer says thanks to Marissa on the day of the exhibition because it's his first time seeing art in person. He shares that he was only in school until the 6th grade and was homeschooled after an incident when playing King of the Mountain. Even though he knew it was wrong, he shoved the girl, causing her to fall and die. As a result, his mother kept Spencer away from people in the game because he badly wanted to be the king. The fact that he's just a kid makes Marissa think it's unfair. As a way of making him feel better, she shows him the portrait he made at the exhibit. At first, he's angry because she didn't ask for permission, but she defends she wanted to surprise him because she's proud of him. Meanwhile, Victoria goes to Spencer's room, but she doesn't find him. It takes her a while to locate him, but Spencer left his phone at home. Marissa drops Spencer off at his house that evening and notices Ashley upstairs. Victoria argues that Spencer shouldn't have friends since she is the only one who cares for him. Then she asks him if he would throw it all away for Marissa, but he defends his feelings toward her. As Ashley overhears this, she returns to her room and slowly recalls her nightmares of being choked and dragged. Victoria sees Ashley outside the following day when she wakes up from the nightmare. She tells Victoria about her dream, then asks Victoria why Spencer is hiding. Victoria defends that he's just shy, but assures Ashley that he found her. She later informs Parker that Ashley is starting to remember, and wonders if her memories have been transmitted through DNA. Parker confirms to Victoria that this Ashley feels real, then asks if she is still willing to give her to their son. As Ashley sneaks into Spencer's room one day, she sees claw marks on the floor that are similar to those she sees in her dreams. Victoria says yes. After seeing herself in Spencer's sketchbook, she returns to her room to check the pages, but Victoria knocks on the door, so she hides it under a pillow. Spencer later tells his mother he no longer wants to do it. Despite his violent past, he wants to live a normal life and have friends. Despite Spencer admitting he likes Marissa, Victoria fears he will kill her. His tendencies did not suddenly begin, so she doubts they will suddenly end. The next day, Marissa sneaks around Spencer's house and sees Victoria and Ashley in the garden. She takes a picture of them quietly, but her cell phone gets a notification, making a sound. The moment Victoria hears it, she checks but finds nothing since Marissa has hid away. One morning, Taylor calls Victoria again, accusing her of missing a meeting. Victoria defends that her project will make the company wealthy beyond imagination, but Taylor insists that she tell the board of directors. Victoria decides to work because she has no choice. During this time, Spencer notices that his sketchbook is missing, so he asks his mother. Marissa searches for Ashley on the internet while Victoria announces that she will be away, locking Ashley in her room as she doesn't trust Spencer with her. Ashley has been reported missing and is wanted for robbery, so she locks her in her room. When Victoria texts Spencer about Ashley, she doesn't realize Spencer's messages also go through Victoria's phone. When Victoria arrives at her office, she calls Spencer to ask what he told Marissa, but Spencer insists that he did not. Even though Taylor protests, Victoria heads home because she fears for her son. Marissa sneaks into Spencer's house that evening to tell him about Ashley's past. When Ashley sees Spencer's disturbing portraits in Spencer's sketchbook, she throws it away. When Marissa hears this, she asks if Ashley is in the room. Spencer, however, corners her in the kitchen, lamenting how he wants to change things. As a result, Spencer chokes Marissa to death. While in this situation, Ashley finds a hammer from the closet and breaks out of the room. Marissa begs for her life while Spencer pins her down and grabs a broken glass. When Ashley breaks out of the room, she finds Spencer and Marissa, but Spencer stabs the woman before she can approach. As she sees headlights from outside, Ashley runs to the lab just before Victoria enters. Ashley discovers Marissa's life and experiment there, while Victoria finds Marissa's body and slaps Spencer, berating him in the process. Spencer defends that he tried to keep her out, but Marissa knew about Ashley. As Ashley sees the tub of black substance with a camera pointed at it, she checks the computer for logs. In her room, she finds her own wanted posters, her original body photos, and her own wanted posters. As Victoria discovers that Marissa had called 911, she orders her son to locate Ashley and dispose of it. The police are coming, so Victoria panics as Spencer sees Ashley escaping. Spencer assures her he'll take the blame, but Victoria refuses because they did everything together. Spencer takes Marissa's body to the tank and Victoria goes to the lab. As Ashley confronts Victoria with a hammer, she demands to know her true identity. Although Victoria claims that her son saved her from a life of crime, Ashley already remembers that Spencer killed her. Furious, Ashley slams the hammer at Victoria, only to smash the computer instead. As Spencer hears this, he rushes to help his mother. Victoria calms Ashley by telling her that she is unique, but Ashley still hits her with the hammer despite telling her that she is one of a kind. Spencer jumps on Ashley, but she kicks him off and runs. She hides behind the car. Ashley approaches Spencer from behind and punches him repeatedly until he falls. She bangs Spencer's head on the ground until he dies. Ashley is taken into custody. Victoria sees Spencer lying dead on the ground, weeping. She doesn't give up, though, so she gets rid of all evidence of her experiment. Afterward, she begins cloning Spencer. You can watch more videos like this by subscribing to the channel, turning on notifications, and leaving a like. Thanks for watching.